Monday, April 11th, I call the Council on Aging meeting to order at 12:30. We'll need a roll call for attendance.
Carol Laughlin?
Here.
I do the assistant, no, just the members.
Mhm. Voting members and
Paula LeBlanc,
Here,
Harvey,
Here.
and Teresa.
Right,
And
Carol
Donna Foisey.
Smith.
Oh, Carol Smith.
Carol Smith is on Zoom.
I'm
And
here.
Elaine is here. Boucher?
Elaine Boucher.
Boucher.
Oh, she's voting now.
She's not voting, but she's still present.
Okay.
okay, and Ellen Cuncio is present as a guest as well.
Okay. And I said Donna Foisey is here.
Okay, public participation. Okay, seeing none, we'll move on. Everybody receive minutes.
Yes.
Any corrections, additions, changes? Okay, I need a motion to accept the minutes for March.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes.
A second.
Okay, so a motion has been made by Carol Laughlin and seconded by Teresa. Any further discussion? Okay, we need a roll call vote to accept March's minutes.
Carol Laughlin, accept. Paula LeBlanc,
Accept.
Elaine.
No, she's a non-voting
No,
member.
No, not voting. Okay, and Harvey,
But I'll
Accept.
accept.
Teresa, accept. Donna. Carol Smith.
Here, I accept.
Yes, she did. And Donna accepts.
Okay, motion carries unanimously. Moving on to new business, swearing in of members.
So Holly's here from the clerk's office to swear in. Are there specific people you're swearing in?
It looks like if we've got Donna, Jack, Teresa, and Carol with us, and then Harriet and Elaine.
So Harriet is in Florida still, and Jack is not here. I'll have to
Okay,
bring
so
Jack up when he comes in
Yeah,
tomorrow.
so those two, we can do them when they get.
Okay.
Yep, but we can do the rest.
And can you do Carol if she's on Zoom? Okay. So Carol, can you come in this week to be sworn in by the town clerk's
We just
office?
Need a signature.
Yes. I'll be
Okay.
in on Thursday anyway.
Okay,
That's fine.
perfect. So I think the people whose names she called need to stand up.
Yeah, you guys want to see, so we got Donna, Teresa.
Which Donna Foisey, right?
Donna Foisey,
Yep.
yeah, and then Elaine. Well, yeah, I'm gonna.
You gotta be sworn in first, so you gotta stand up.
You're fine, you can stand up, raise your right hand. Do you
That's
solemnly
you.
swear to faithfully? Oh, no problem. Do you solemnly swear to faithfully and impartially perform the duties of the office to which you've been appointed to, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay.
Yay.
Yay. Okay. So, and you were Donna Foisey? is it? Okay, so if I can have you date and sign, yep.
So Carol and Jack, I will send them up this week to be sworn
Yeah,
in. And
absolutely. Yeah, Jess and I should be here the rest of the week, so that's no problem.
Oops, sorry, Teresa. Okay, date it, date it here first. Okay, date it first and then sign. That's the 11th.
How are you doing?
And Harriet won't be back for probably another couple weeks. She's in Florida.
I'm jealous.
I know.
Not today, you can't.
Oh,
I know.
Today it's a nice day.
We've just been waiting a long time for anything like that.
And Elaine.
Yeah, you just want to send it. That's perfect.
My cousin spells her name the same, last name the same way, but she pronounces it Boucher.
A Boucher?
Yeah, so that's why I'm
You know,
gonna
Yeah, but
forget.
I answer to.
Thank you, Holly.
Thank you.
Boucher, voucher,
Yeah,
whatever, anything close.
yeah, yeah, it's just spelled the same way.
Yeah.
I guess it depends how French you want to be.
Moving on to the volunteer luncheon.
So I scheduled the volunteer luncheon for Wednesday, May 25th. And we're going to do it so that our Meals on Wheels Meals on Wheels drivers can attend. We're going to do a frozen meal the day before. It's going to be at 12 o'clock. And I just want to clarify, I want to make sure that the menu is okay. The baked stuffed chicken, mashed potatoes, salad, bread, and a vegetable. And then there's dessert, tea, and coffee. So we pay for the volunteer. If the volunteer wants to bring a spouse, they have to pay, I think it'll be $25 this year because the prices went up. So is that good? Is that okay?
Sounds good. It's going to be held at
It'll be at
Tucker's.
Tucker's. Yay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We're back. No more drive-throughs. The last 2 years we've done drive-through volunteer appreciation. So it'll be nice to be in person. There's about 25 volunteers that will be invited, and we'll obviously invite the select board. And I think that's it. The select board and Carl is usually who we
Yeah.
invite.
Excellent.
We don't go further than that in terms of politicians.
When do you have to have the count in by? like,
It'll be the week before, so we'll send out, I did an invitation. So we'll send out this invitation to all of the eligible volunteers. And then people usually get back to us right away, whether they're coming or not. So, and then if they need a spouse or want a spouse there, then they pay for it that way. Is there anything else? What about a gift? Do you guys want me to look into getting like a little gift, or what are you thinking?
How are we financially?
The formula grant could probably do that. The gift account is okay. We are taking some money out of the gift account that was donated for the barbecue, because that's how Roy Benson's family asked it to be. So I think we're okay. We could get something
It's
small.
always nice to get some.
It always is nice, yeah.
Who would that be going to? I'm just.
It goes to the volunteer.
Oh, you pick a, maybe I'm not getting it.
What?
This is, the luncheon is for all the volunteers.
Volunteers are required to have served or donated 20 hours.
20 hours
at
a
least
year.
20
Yeah.
hours a year. And then if you have donated 20 hours a year, then you receive an invitation. And those are the people who receive the free dinner and the little gift.
Oh, okay.
Anybody else can attend. They can pay and
25
attend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I just wasn't,
Yep, that's
wasn't
okay.
getting it.
That's okay. That's okay.
What was the time on that? I know you
12
said
o'clock.
12 o'clock.
And I will check with Tucker's to verify that time, because we've done it at different times to try to accommodate the Meals on Wheels drivers. But I feel like 12 o'clock is the time most people want to eat lunch. And then if we do it this way with the drivers, there isn't a reason to have it later or have to rush. So I will verify that exact time with Karen at Tucker's, but I think 12 o'clock will work. And we'll be in the room, and it's a nice little event. We say thank you to our volunteers who have volunteered their time in the last year. It goes from May 1st to April 30th. So it's not fiscal calendar or federal fiscal. It's a different year.
You're okay.
So that's how we have traditionally done it. And Tucker's is so good to us. The price point that they give us is really nice. To go anywhere else would be very expensive. To stay in town.
Yeah. It's better off giving your business some time.
Right, that's why we try to do it. So to stay in town, this is how we do it. This is how we do it.
Do we need a vote for the gift, or is that just part of it?
I think it's part of it. I don't think we need, I mean, I'm not gonna go crazy. I think
Okay.
I'm,
Okay, anything else with the volunteer luncheon? Okay, moving on then to the barbecue.
so Benson's BBQ, named Benson's BBQ / Hoedown. We already have about 40 people signed up for that. Our max is about 100. So we called it Benson's BBQ because his family wanted donations made in Roy and Marlene Benson's name to go towards an event, a party. Roy loved the cookouts when he was able to. For years, him and Herb Pace actually grilled on the grill. When I first started, that's how we did it here. So in 2019, we moved it to Wally Park to have a hoedown. So we kind of just renamed it Benson's BBQ. So most of it will be paid for by those donations, and then the fire department will be paying for the rest of it. We charge $2 because I get decorations, I get a pony or a horse. It was a pony or a small horse. We get hay. I try to get as much of it donated as I can. And it's nice it's important for when people sign up, they pay something because it kind of commits them to coming, because we have to pay per person, whether they show up or not. So it's not like that day I can say, oh, I only had 85 people show up.
Yeah.
The last time we did this, we had people showing up who were not even signed up because it was a very exciting event. The line dancers are signed up. We have Jack and his guitar coming. He'll be playing line dancing music. So there was dancing. Malicious will be there with their ice cream truck again, which will be free. And the fire department is so incredibly generous to do that. I also wanted to honor the fire chief because he is retiring. And he has done so much for the Council on Aging since he became chief. I think it would be a nice way for us to thank him, to get him a little gift card. I know the Friends group is talking about helping us out with that. And just publicly saying thank you to him, I think is really important.
What's the date for that?
June 22nd. From 11 to 1.
I didn't realize you could sign up already.
Well, it was in the
Yeah.
newsletter as
Yeah.
like a save the date. So
Yeah.
once I put that in there, it's
It's
easier to just sign people up than to make them call back June 1st.
So any senior in town.
Yep, absolutely. Yep. Any senior in town or not even in town. We just sign 100 people up. We don't generally turn away Southwick people because it is a Southwick Senior Center, but we do have seniors from multiple senior centers who come.
Okay, and that's $2, is that what
Yep.
you said?
Mhm. The newsletter says 3, but it actually is 2 because we don't need to charge 3 because the money is being coming in from other areas. So it's not a money maker. We don't make money on anything that we do. It's all basically for cost. So is there anything for the barbecue I'm missing, do you think? I have the backdrop. I'll get some hay. That stuff kind of has to wait.
Who's doing all the decorating? You guys?
Well, so several years ago it was my son and I. He
So
now
you need
has a
volunteers.
job. So I get there very early. I get there at like 7 in the morning. And decorate. I bought all the decorations. I got the tablecloths and everything. So yeah, I'll be looking for people to
Volunteers
come in
needed.
and help me. And then maintenance helps with the chairs and the tables and all of that. And I did buy some folding chairs to make it easier than bringing in like these chairs. They're just heavier. So I did have money in the formula grant. I did purchase some chairs for several events that we're having up at Wally Park. And here, it just makes folding chairs are just easier. They're lighter, they're easier to move around for that and for the magic show.
Okay, to sign up, they just call the senior
They
center?
just call here, yep.
Okay.
Anything else? So we'll get snacks. We just had like chips and pretzels, like more hoedown type stuff than, we didn't have a veggie platter or fruit. We didn't have any of that. It was peanuts and chips
Do
and
we have a popcorn?
popcorn.
machine?
We do have so there will be popcorn and there will actually probably be cotton candy as well. So we have a cotton candy machine. And it will be hamburgers, hot dogs, and chicken tenders will be what is on the menu.
Sounds good. Okay, moving on to the magic show.
So the magic show is June 30th. I'm starting to advertise more for that. That's the intergenerational grant that we got through the Cultural Council with Park and Rec and the Senior Center. So that will be at 10 o'clock on June 30th, which is a Thursday, up at Wally Park. It's free. There'll be refreshments. I actually have a sponsor who's going to be providing the refreshments. So that'll be taken care of, and there'll be light refreshments. Again, probably a water and, you know, a bag of chips or something like that. Nothing like elaborate. It just gets too expensive to try to do that, and messy, and
Then you have to clean up.
yeah. So it'll be very light refreshments and probably water. And it will be under the pavilion so that, and it's in the morning before it gets too hot.
Okay, is that-
It's at 10 o'clock. So it'll all be in the newsletter too. So that is open to the public, seniors and children. And I hope it is a good turnout, because I think it'll be a great show. The magician is very excited to do that. Any questions about that? Anything I'm missing for that, I think?
Okay, update about programs, dining room.
Teresa, you want to talk about the dining room?
Yeah, well, some days it's good, some other days it's not as good. That's all I
Yeah.
can say. That's all I say. That's for sure.
We're still doing both.
We're still
Yeah,
doing
yeah,
both.
That's wonderful.
Yep,
Yeah.
I'm trying to get Denise prepared for Highland Valley to stop grab and go. I think it's gonna happen sooner rather than later. I'm surprised they're still doing it. We are one of the only senior centers doing both again. I like it, but we gotta start getting people to come back in. But that's the same story as last month.
Yeah, yeah.
We just have to be patient, and so the numbers are okay, but not sitting inside. So it is what it is.
Okay, brown bag.
Brown bag, we'll have it again tomorrow, and we've been doing about 32 bags, and they're picking them up. Most of them go while we're still here at noon,
Mhm.
and then people come in after, right?
So I heard that Granville is stopping their brown bag program, and they're going to have them come here, which could be because the person who ran it is no longer able to take responsibility for it. It's a lot of paperwork.
Do we know how many they even have?
They usually have about 15 or 20 bags, so it could add to what we get.
Yeah. but
And
it's
I haven't
still
been
not
told
as
that
much,
officially.
yeah.
I only heard it from someone in Granville who received a letter
It's still
saying that
not
they were
as
going to be
many
coming to
as-
Southwick, so.
Yeah.
Then you're gonna get some people that they're gonna say, I don't wanna go down all that way, I won't. you know?
Absolutely, absolutely.
How do people, get the brown bag?
They have to apply for it.
Oh, okay.
We're a distribution site. We don't make the decisions.
Oh, okay. I
So
see
we only provide the space and the volunteers
Mhm.
to help us. But the food bank, we have applications. They have to send it into the food bank and they get notification.
Oh,
And then their name is on a list and we just give out to people who are on the list. But Carol runs that program. She's the board member representative. And Kara's the staff person. Carol is the, yes, Carol is the board member representative who helps with that program. So some days we have lots of volunteers and
Yeah.
some days it's Carol and Kara and me and Denise and
Yeah.
depending on, and I think Donna started coming
Yeah,
and
Donna.
Ross and Teresa have come occasionally
And
and
Harvey.
Harvey. So it kind of depends on the day and what's happening.
Tomorrow's the laughter thing, so we're going for that.
Tomorrow is the laughter thing on the same day, which was,
What time is that?
we're planning on that.
9:30.
part. It's at 10:30, yeah. But you can join until brown bag because sometimes he doesn't even get here until 11. So,
Yeah. You can just see how
Yeah.
it works out.
yep. And he could just bring it and then we can go out and do it because they don't get distributed until 11:30. So we can work around what's happening tomorrow. We can do it. We can do it, Carol. We can do it.
Transportation?
Transportation, so we're working on the new software. There have been some glitches, as would be expected. Denise and I are ready to go. We know how to do it. It's not our glitches. The tablet didn't work for a week, so we figured that out. And they're trying to still map Southwick.
Okay.
So it's getting Southwick, Westfield, basically Hampden County into the system. And Mike from FRTA, he's wonderful. He's trying really hard. I just send him emails like, nope, still not working. Sorry. Are we doing something wrong? Like he's like, no, it's it's Echo Lane needs to put it into the system to map it. Because until that happens, there's nothing that we can do. So we still have our system. It's still working. It's fine.
So you're still doing both.
We're not doing both because the other one's not really working. We're still just using my senior center. And then we'll do both for a while. We haven't started the second one yet. We go on it to try to schedule a ride and it will say address not found, unable to be resolved, which is like everyone's name in Southwick we put in. So that's their end. They have to fix that. Yeah. So it will happen. It's just everything takes time. It really does.
Finances?
Our finances are okay. We had our meeting, our budget hearing. We asked for the bread room to be made bigger, and I always ask for an addition because we need more room. But they have that reconciliation meeting, I believe, is tomorrow. But I would like to maybe ask if we can start having formal meetings about adding more space to the senior center. I don't really know that process. I don't know if they need a vote from you guys to say, let's try to plan a meeting. I mean, we could talk about more of that after the budget. I think they would be appreciative of us not doing it right now before town meeting, because it's nothing's gonna happen before town meeting. So why request something that can wait? But I would like some more formal discussions about, we're just running out of room here. We have a lot of people.
So you're requesting the bread room be larger?
Yeah, to move the wall out further.
Move it out. Okay.
Yeah. If COVID taught us anything, spaces need to be larger. People feel comfortable in larger spaces. So if they, move it out a little bit, the foot nurse would have more room in there. Carol she's being trained right now for Shine. So hopefully this summer she'll be up and running with that. She'll, when you get 2 or 3 people in that room, I guess we didn't really think about it before COVID. We knew it was like a smaller space, but then COVID came and it's like, okay, we need to not be sitting right here for an hour and a half. It's a nice room. A little bit larger would be great. I'd love to bring it all the way out, but that would cost too much. So I think what we asked for is reasonable.
Do you think that we'll ever do the bread thing again?
I don't think so. When I was speaking with the health director who was here before, it was really unsanitary,
Yeah.
the way that it would come in. Yeah.
We have a new health.
Well, he's not new. He's
Not coming in, he's coming in, right? Part-time, a new
Yeah.
health
It's in-
director?
Yeah, it was in the Westfield paper.
Oh, I didn't read it.
Yes.
Who was it?
Alex?
He's gonna work part-time
Part-time.
until December.
December.
Wow.
He was the only interview
Only
they did,
interview.
so I'm thinking.
That was
maybe
a
the only
shoo-in.
person who-
Yeah.
And he does something with Deerfield.
Yeah, he's already doing that.
Part-time in Deerfield.
So his time will be pretty limited, and
he's
I'm
going to
actually not
school in
enthusiastic.
Boston.
Oh, wow.
That isn't the one that's gonna be take Villas's place, is it?
I don't know how he's gonna do it all.
Who?
Villas, isn't Villas going to a different job, they said?
No,
No.
he's just not going to be covering Southwick anymore,
he's
but
not
he's going to
going
have a
to.
different district
Oh, I see.
starting in
Okay.
December. And I think bread program caused a lot of problems.
Oh, I think so.
They also, people didn't really donate to the drivers that were doing it, even though we had a donation box and stuff there.
Yeah.
People kind of ignored that.
They just went in and grabbed.
Yeah,
And 90% of our drivers have passed away. The guys that really ran the program either passed away or are not physically able to do it anymore. So I think we'll leave it the way it is right
yeah, I
now.
don't think it offered a big benefit with the problems that came along with it. I think it was.
There was a lot of bread left over, and there was a lot of arguments that happened. And there are other ways to get people food if they need it. We haven't done it for 2 years, and
Nobody's really asked for it.
they have some people have asked for it, but it was really unsanitary how it was handled. If you think about it. And again, if COVID has taught us anything, it
Yeah.
is handling food and products, and
What's the liability?
it was not, it's just gross.
Mhm.
Things were opened and it went from one trunk to another to inside. Yeah, and I don't have the staff to monitor it. I just don't.
No.
I just don't. There's no way, because they got here at like 7:30 in the morning and it was like an all day thing. So I just don't have the staff to monitor it.
Moving on to classes.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about classes at all?
I know that Zumba's back, with a live person and
Mhm.
full,
Yep.
very full. I think the other classes are
They're
doing
very full,
okay.
yep.
Yeah, so.
People are very happy to be
Yeah.
able to come here and be
Yes.
in person and have a large enough space where they can be together and exercise together. And I think that's very valuable.
Absolutely. And it's very much appreciative that we were able to run those taped classes while Becca was out and still doing it on Tuesday. I don't
On
know if
Tuesdays.
anybody came.
Oh,
unless-
yep.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I just
And-
turned it
and
on.
she- Yeah. So, that's excellent.
Yep. I said, if you're here,
Yeah.
I'll turn it on. I have no problem with that. Doesn't cost us anything, right?
Right.
And if it makes people happy, then we can press play.
The chair yoga was really full.
Yeah.
That's from.
I went, I've been going to that and it's pretty
Yeah,
good people.
yeah. And
It's
so
really
is, yeah,
showing.
they all are. I can't think of
Yeah.
a class that is not
Right.
full right now.
Excellent.
Yep.
Yeah, very good.
Just the painting class.
If the painting class is an issue, yeah.
Too many or not enough?
Not enough people for me to pay the instructor. So there's only like 2 or 3 people.
Mhm.
One of them is the instructor's daughter-in-law, and I don't know if we can justify paying someone $50 for that, which she's still doing it for free right now. She's volunteering. But for a class to run, we need at least 7 people. That's how I kind of divide up all of the money. It comes from 3 different accounts. And if we have at least 7 people as a good participation, then that I think is how we move forward with the class. So.
Moving on to old business, the reception.
So Allen Guard's reception is going to be May 4th here at 10. We're also going to honor Lisa Anderson, who did not get a reception last year when she received the Her Pace Award. I'm just going to have pastries and fruit and coffee and tea. The select board has been invited. We have the sign already engraved with his name on it. So we'll get a picture with him on it. He will be on the front page of the May newsletter with an article and his picture. And, we invited his wife. I called Lisa's husband and told him he was welcome to come as well because they never got anything formal. And really that's what it is.
Do you need help to set this up? And
No,
No.
Nope.
Okay.
it'll be fine.
Okay, so the laughter workshop, which is tomorrow?
The
Yep.
laughter
Yes.
workshop is tomorrow at 10:30. Again, that's another cultural council grant. Trevor had come probably 4 or 5 years ago.
It was a while.
Yeah. And it was a lot of
It
fun
was
then.
fun. It was fun.
And then when he reached out this time, I was like, yes, we definitely need some laughter. So I don't know how many people come. I didn't require signups. I think we have 6 or 7 people already signed up, and then I know people will still show up.
Is
So
that just for seniors?
what do you mean? I mean, anybody
Oh,
can
Yeah,
come.
that, I was just curious.
Yeah, I mean, it is a senior center activity, but I'm not gonna kick someone out if they, I don't check IDs at the door, put it that way.
Not like the liquor store, huh?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't check IDs at the door. Is again, my philosophy with people who are under 60 is as long as they're not taking up a space of a senior,
Right.
and I let it go. If a class gets to be 25 people and there's 5 people who are under 60 and more people want
Right.
to take it, then that's when I might be like checking IDs. But other than that, bless you, it usually works out.
Any other old business? Seeing none, do I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second it.
Okay, any further discussion? Okay, we need a roll call vote to adjourn.
Carol Laughlin,
I do.
Paula LeBlanc,
Yes.
Carol Smith,
Yes.
Harvey,
Yes.
Teresa,
Yes.
Donna, yes.
A motion carries unanimously at 1:02.